Whew. Hi guys, we just finished our long drive from the Gold Coast to come back to Fruitopia. We're home. And of course, when I say long drive, that included a couple of pit stops. Can't do the whole drive, guys. It's around 20 hours from the Gold Coast to Melbourne without stopping. So we stopped and took it easy and enjoyed our trip without rushing. And now we're home. Pretty colorful, huh? This is spring now. So October is the middle of spring, actually. The spring break is finished, and we're getting ready for some serious tropical fruit gardening in Melbourne. Yeah. So I'm gonna go around and pick up fruit that we found on the ground. These are from the front, Namroy and West Indies limes. Now we're gonna go out to the back and see what has fallen there. So the colors are just beautiful. This is thyme, lemon thyme to be exact, and the geraniums. So pretty much the garden is on autopilot, even when you're gone and there's no one attending to the trees. You can see the worts. Avocado is doing its own thing without me needing to assist it, right? That's the beauty of nature. You're needed though when there's a disaster. So far, I haven't seen any disasters, but let's keep looking. So we got home 20 minutes ago, opened up the windows and aired out the house. Currently 19, almost 20 Celsius on our first day back. It's mid-afternoon. Beach weather actually, but we're not going to go today because I'm tired. I just did 5 hours of driving from the border of New South Wales and Victoria, and I want to see my babies, right? Beach sand, can wait another day. The figs have fully woken. The little tropicals that I left out of the greenhouse during our September getaway seem fine. I haven't looked in detail, but looking from up here, fine. The only one that's not fine, as a matter of fact, is quite dead, is this one here, which was already very dead when we departed, and you guys have already seen this. Unfortunately, we lost the blackberry jam fruit that I got from Ross Creek Tropicals. I should have brought it into the greenhouse at the very beginning of winter, not midway. That was my mistake. This is serious business, this tree here. You can't fool around with the blackberry jam fruit in Melbourne. Different if I was in the Sunshine Coast, but I'm not. So, any other losses? Just quickly looking around. What's this guy? This is a Sapodia, yellow Sapodi. Sorry, Chiku Sapodi. Yep, this one seems to be doing okay, even with a couple of cold nights that we had last week. The Malabar Chestnut lost half its leaves. Right, when I turn this color here, see this color here? That means I'm not happy at all. You should have left me in the greenhouse. That's what this means. Oh well, it's alive and getting some new growth here, maybe, hopefully, something going on there. Yeah. So what else have we got? A few guavas are there, a couple of mulberries which are fruiting, a few avocado seedlings, the large leaf jabuticaba in the ground that came through a winter as a champion. The apples the multi-grafted apple trees that I got last summer. They've woken up and are doing their thing. There's another one over here. That one there, there's about 3 different grafts of apples. And I've shown you this before, Tropical Sweet, Golden Dorset, and so on. They're very happy. Now, Jujube number 1, which is this guy here, he's just shown his first sign of life. Pretty late in the game. I thought he would have started in early September, but he's only just started now at the beginning of October. That's the Lee Jujube. Wow, a very late wake up on him, but that's all right. What about this little fella here? These other 2 Jujubes gave me problems last year. I bought them, planted them, and they didn't do anything. The Shangshi Li, and over there, which I'll show you later, the Sherwood. I think it's a Sherwood. They're like dead. I don't know what's going on. I'm looking for some life. Good, there's life. I was gonna say I'm looking for some life activity, and it's there. Thank God. I think I was hoping that I didn't blow $200 on these 2 Jujubes that I got last summer, but they're alive. But I don't know what happened up here. All this growth here is dead. The top growth. I don't know why. Why? Let's go and check out the Sherwood. Oh, thank God. It's alive too. Yep, that's the Sherwood. There's life. There's life, there's hope, and there's ecstasy now. But again, it's died at this point here, where it goes from grey to maroon blackish. So I don't know why that is dead. Oh, wait a minute. I'll take that back. It's not dead. There's growth on there. Oh my gosh. It's fine, even where it's black. Cool. It's fully okay. Good. Both new Jujubes, which I'll put in the ground, I can't remember exactly, 10, 11 months ago, have come back. Now this time I want them to grow, not just sit here. There was a whole season lost on them too. I put them in the ground, they grew maybe for 1 week, right? And just did nothing for summer and autumn. Okay, the lamb has that I pulled out of the ground and butchered and pulled out of the ground. He's happy, right? And he's in a pot. The dailies invoices are blowing away. They're coming unstuck. So it looks like we're gonna lose all these records of past purchases. Oh well, they're all on online on their website, doesn't matter. Can't read it anyway, it's all faded. Yeah, paper. That's paper for you guys. Alright, the black Sapodi, or chocolate pudding fruit tree, still, after all these months, hasn't done much, right? But a lot of fruit. So, what we're gonna do next time, to avoid this, is remove. We're gonna thin the tree of its fruit. What's the point of having 100 fruit if they're only the size of marbles, right? Yeah, look how many there are. I was wishful and hopeful that they would be at least the size of a golf ball by now in mid-spring, but alas. So next year, when there's 30, I'm going to remove 20 and leave 10. That's how we do it, guys. We learn. Some more colors here on the sage, pineapple sage. Lots of coriander, or cilantro, as the Yankees call it, has come up in winter. It's going to seed now. Okay, let's keep marching on. The fig, as you saw. Yeah, beautiful day. Beautiful day. Pineapple guava. It's getting ready to wake up. It's got a lot of new growth and new tips. New tips all over. So that one's 15 years old or older actually, maybe 16. And I didn't prune it. I've let it go now for 2 years. It should be at the same height or below the bungalow, but I was slack. So has to be there, guys. Doesn't have to be, but ideally, okay? So we've got more trees here that have been sitting around whilst we were gone, and I can see one huge sook, the same sook that we found in the greenhouse a month ago. The allspice, it needs a bigger pot. It seems to dry out. It's a very thirsty tree, look at that. Huh? Very thirsty. But it's alive, so I'm gonna water that. The pink jambu didn't like being left out. It's lost all its leaves. Let's see if it's alive. Hopefully it's alive, because these things aren't cheap. Yep. It's hard to tell. Hope I haven't lost it. I got 2 of them just in case, because each tree, guys, is unique in its hang on. Doesn't look good. Oh well, we might have lost the pink one. That's a new bird sound. What else do we have here? The mango. That's the king Thai. We left that one out. It's doing fine. Remember, this is like late September I left them out. Not winter, but early spring. I left all these guys out too. There's another wax jambu, a pink one. It didn't lose its leaves. See the difference? The difference with one and the other. That's why I keep saying don't buy 1 or 2, buy 3. Because I don't know how these guys work. Oops, we've lost a couple of mangoes. Wow. We've lost a couple of mangoes, guys. Well, we already were losing them when they were in the greenhouse. Remember I showed you the Irwin wasn't happy in the greenhouse, and that one there, this one is a Manila mango. Let me see if they're alive. Nope, the graft is dead on the Irwin. Sorry, we lost that one. The Manila mango graft looks alive. The graft is right there, and it's green above the graft, so that'll come back. This guy, that's Banana Ken. He didn't like being out, but he didn't like being in the greenhouse either all winter. So these were problematic mangoes to begin with. It's not because they were out in September, it's because they just didn't want to survive winter point blank. And then we've got another dead sucker. That is another dead tree, which that's the sweet tamarind. Right, we lost that already. We saw that back in the winter videos. The Erden Lee, which survived in the greenhouse, let's see if it's still alive after spending 2 weeks outside. Nope. Where's the graft on this? All the way down here. We lost the Erden Lee. We lost the Erden Lee lychee, guys. I got this from Ross Creek as well. Yeah, this is a tropical only, subtropics, tropics only lychee. Oh well. Then the pink wax jambu is all right, and mulberry's fine, pomegranate's fine. That's the achacha. That's fine. It's just that I've got to cut off the tip there, right? See how it's gone all brown in the center with 2 dead leaves. The 3 side shoots are fine. So we've got this dead shoot here and the center one. So 3 are saved and 2 are lost. That's fine. The tree's fine. This is the giant Grenadier, which you saw last time, was dead. Yeah, well, no surprises. These guys were already kind of dead. Kinda. Longan. That's the Chompu. He's fine. Where's his mate? His mate wasn't doing well at all. Ah, it's come back. I see new growth on the Hue. Is that how you pronounce that? The Hue? Longan? Yeah, he's got new growth, which I'll have to get in and show you because we've got some sunshine in our face. It's quite sunny. This is beach weather. So before we get into that Hue Longan, this is the other Manila mango with new flush. See the difference? One dead Manila mango and one flushing Manila mango, which was also left in the same area. So where's the science behind this, guys? Get 2 of them, get 3 of them, don't get 1. So anyway, I'm going to try to show you the Hue Longan. There's evidence there that it's coming back to life. See that? Even though it looks shredded from winter. But the best one I find so far is Chompu for Melbourne and Kohala. Alright. Of course, all the Jabos did fine. I'm not going to go through each one individually. All the Jabos were fine outside all winter, unprotected. This is the other allspice, which isn't as thirsty as the Sook because it's in a bigger pot. More moisture in a bigger pot. I'm going to repot the other one. I should have done it before we left. See the difference? The Reed avocado is still in limbo, but there are signs all over it that there's going to be new buds coming. So hopefully that returns to life. Another mulberry there. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these mulberries. I've got 5 of them. 5 different ones in pots. All the achacha seedlings are fine. Prickly pear cuttings. Fig cuttings. 90% of these potted plants are alive and thriving. 90%. 10% are dead or very sick. So we get an A or a B minus in my assessment. Jalapeno peppers, longan with new growth coming. The other longan over there, and behind that I see the pawpaw with a little fruitlet. Let's go closer to the pawpaw. American pawpaw, not papaya. And as we go around, I see the calamansi has shot up new growth. The moringa is alive. A lot of dieback on that, and there, and there. So very much alive, the bottom half, especially the main stem. It's rock solid. We're talking about the drumstick tree, by the way. The tree of life. I'm going to get a couple of more of these and plant them around. Fuerte avocado is a champion. We just want some fruit from it this time, not just showy flower buds. That's easily done. But some actual rewards. Ice cream bean up there. And grapefruit in full flower and new growth. Extremely healthy. No leaf minor. Check out the gloss on the ruby red grapefruit. That's how we like our citrus. Very happy and healthy. And here is the Pinkerton. Remember him? The one I savagely butchered. It's like live or die. Yeah, looks like he chose to live. Yeah, so I'm happy that the Pinkerton chose to stay at Fruitopia and not get replaced. Well, I'm only going to give it one last chance. If it plays up on me this summer, I'm going to do the same as I did to the lamb has and pull him out, put him in a pot, and just leave him somewhere in a corner. Look at all the limes that fell. That's only in like 2.5 weeks. And I picked them all up before we left. I picked up 40 or 50 limes a couple of weeks ago, and now there's another 40 or 50 limes on the ground. Tahiti lime, guys. You can't get any better than Tahiti lime. Here's the pawpaw I was talking about a moment ago. So this one's got a couple of flower buds or fruitlets. Yeah, that's the small one. And then over there we've got a slightly bigger one. And this one has been fruiting and flowering for about 2 to 3 years, but it doesn't hold on to the fruit. Let's hope that this year, this variety here, and don't ask me what variety it is, I don't know. These are unknown. There's at least a dozen fruitlets here. Let's hope that this year is the year for the North American pawpaw, part of the family of Custard Apple, Rollinia, and all other Annona. Alright, there's the lemon. Check out that lemon. That's my backup lemon tree. I planted that 7-8 years ago, just in case we didn't have enough lemons. And now we have too many. So that's the backup Lisbon. Okay, looks like the cherries are flowering. Not very much into the cherry thing, but we left them here in the garden because they're beautiful, and it's nice to have 1 or 2 cherries before the birds get them. I'm not going to bother with the netting; it's a pain. The Loquat over there is in full cluster mode. Clusters. That's the big fat Loquat, and those ones up there are the little ones. So we've got the little ones and the big ones here, as you see that every spring. We've got some honking sized seedling Loquats, which I'm going to put in the ground as windbreak and sunbreak for the Sukia. This little Sukia, this North American pawpaw, cannot stand. Look what I did last year. I gave him a shade cloth. See the sticks? He can't stand temperatures above 25 Celsius, 28 Celsius. That is, he doesn't like it when it's above 80 Fahrenheit. And for the last 3 years, he's really suffered. That's why he's remained a dwarf. This is a 4-year-old tree, and he's only up to my waist. Guys, 4 years old. It's terrible. The other one gets shade from this huge plum tree. I was going to pull it out. That was the plan, but I left it. 20-year-old plum tree. I left it only because it's going to protect the pawpaw, right, from the sun. Otherwise, I really don't want this monster tree. I don't want it. I don't want these stone fruit deciduous trees any longer. I'm done with it. There's a view again of the limes that fell in late September on this tree, and look how many there are left on there. I give away so many, at least 200 every year to friends. Great tree, but now I have to hack it. Otherwise we can't get in here. Okay, what else can I show you guys? Everything's looking pretty good. Bananas, ice cream bean, carambola there, still hasn't done anything. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this star fruit tree, which is coming up to 11 or 12 years old. I don't know what his problem is. but he doesn't like fruiting for us. Yeah. He doesn't want to fruit. Sometimes he flowers, but that's only as a tease. He doesn't really mean it. Do you? Huh? Shocker. The tree itself is fine. No problem. And that's why I got 3 new varieties to see what happens with those. Okay, here we have the Cherry Moya, which I bagged before we left, just in case the possums last year decided to play ping pong and knock them all off. So I bagged a few of them so that we can get at least a few, right? Well, the biggest ones. And they haven't really grown much. Last one, they look the same to me. Not much growth, even though I watered and fertilized the heck out of it with sea salt a few weeks ago. A silly bird decided to put a nest here. Not a good spot to put a nest, dude. In full view of me and the world. Yeah. So we've got sugar cane everywhere. We're going to be doing a lot of juicing of cane. This is the Monstera Deliciosa, which is getting bigger down here. But I wanted to climb up on the ice cream bean. I don't want it wrapping around my legs here where I walk. This is like a pathway between the Fuerte and ice cream bean. So here we have a little black Sapodi. The Tahiti is not doing much right now. We've got 2 yellow jabuticabas. They're okay. They're happier than last year when the bugs got them. Looks like we have a dead cinnamon tree. They just don't like Melbourne. And that was fully protected in the greenhouse. And that's what he has to say to me. That's his thank you for protecting him. That's the second cinnamon I've lost. So I think we're done with cinnamon in Melbourne. And for those that don't understand what I'm saying, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, next. This is the Max Gold White Sapodi, which is more than ready to go in the ground. Don't know where I'm going to put him. Pepino is flowering all across. Looks like the what do you call him? Davidson Plum freaked out for the first time since I planted him. He's never done this before. All his leaves, almost all his leaves, have gone brown. But he's alive. He's very much alive. I don't know how cold it got whilst we were away, but it looks like he's been traumatized. There's new growth at the top and he's green there. But I've never seen him suffer this kind of cold damage before. I purchased and planted 3 new persimmon last summer. This is one of them, Day Day Maru, and it's woken up. It didn't give us any fruit last year in its first season, but we're expecting some this season, hopefully. It's only a baby, so maybe I should not let him fruit, but we'll see. A lot of sugar cane there that's collapsed. That's been now like that for the last 5 months. I haven't cleaned it up yet. One of 2 jackfruit seedlings. I dare say this one is dead. Hope I'm wrong. Hope I'm wrong, guys. Yep. Oh yeah, he's dead, all right. Yep, he's 100% dead. But I'm not going to pull him out because sometimes they sprout back from the roots. So I'm not done with it yet. So that's a view of the Fuerte avocado cherry moya ice cream bean from behind. And the gyro persimmon, which I've had for almost 10 years. And he's awake. He's fully awake. That's a semi-dwarf, by the way. Okay, let's move on. Got to trim this mandarin. There's a lot of work for me to do. It's full of flowers up there. I've got to remove all that. Should have been done back in August. Okay. A couple of new stone fruit that I planted here. They're dwarfs, that's why I got them. I'm only going to be doing dwarf stone fruit from now on, so they don't take up much room. That's the Dagen prune. And as you can see, it's flowering. Kim loves this one. Not her favorite. Her favorite is the green gauge. But we wanted one because I pulled out the other Dagen full-size tree to make room for the Jambulan. There's another dwarf stone fruit, the apricot. We love apricot's my favorite stone fruit, much more than cherries and than plums and peaches. I love apricots, guys. Okay, now we're at the back. Another black Sapodi. This one didn't mind the cold at all in winter, unprotected, survived fine, just like that Chompu longan. Look at it. It's growing like it's summer. Amazing, huh? So the sun now has gone around, so we've got a mix of shade and sunshine because it's late afternoon. Let's see what survived here. Remember, all these potted tropicals were in that greenhouse all winter, and I pulled them out a couple of weeks ago, remember? Well, let's see how they fared. This is the first one. Is here is the Barbados Cherry. There's 3 of them. This one is fine, that one is fine, but the third one isn't fine. We'll get to that later. See how I said 3? Get 3? 2 or 3. This one here is the biggest surprise of all. That's the Sapodi, guys. I left him out in September, and not only did he survive, he's continuing to say, I'm ready for summer. Let's do it. Can you believe it? He survived all winter in the greenhouse and he's ready to rock and roll in that little pot. Yeah. Sapodi in Melbourne. Second winter survived. Okay. Oh, this is another persimmon which didn't do well at all last year. It died back, but looks like it's coming back this time. He's happy. That's the flat seedless. This one is astringent, which is my favorite type of persimmon. He's very healthy. Okay, let's see what happened to the third acerola. Why is all funky like that? He's lost every leaf. Whereas his 2 buddies over here are holding all their leaves. And the reason is, can anyone guess? Yeah, I already checked. The soil is, the pot is bone dry. There's not even one little itty bitty bit of moisture in the pot, which is strange because there's none in this pot either. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's something at the bottom. But this guy, oh, hang on, he's got moisture at the bottom too. Well, what's wrong with him? But anyway, he's alive. When I scratch, he's more than alive. He's actually fine. He's green all the way to the top. So I don't know why again, science can't explain it. Why this acerola did that and the others didn't anyway. Okay. This carambola here got whacked, but he's doing fine. That carambola did not get whacked and he's doing very fine. I showed you these in the previous video. The green Sapodi, one of 2 in the ground, is, look at that, he's taking off. He's ready to blast off. So if you can't grow Mamey Sapodi, guys, go with the green Sapodi. Look at that. Huh? So easily done. He's already had 1 winter in the ground, unprotected, and he passes with flying colors. I've got two of them. His buddy, all the way on the other side, is in better shape than this one. Can you believe it? Grow as much green Sapodi as you like in Melbourne, unprotected. Yeah, but not when it's a baby, not when it's this small, when it's at least 2 years old. Protect it for the first 1 or 2 years in a greenhouse. Okay, and then we've got this big sook, which I've lost 2 of, and this third one dropped all its leaves, but the good news is he's on his way back. Can you guys guess who this is? Huh? Who's this little sook? It's the peanut butter tree. That's who it is. Wow, he's bone dry too. A little moisture right around the roots, so yeah, never had any luck with the peanut butter fruit, but looks like the third try I might get lucky. Might. Oh man, shouldn't be that hard. And that's been in the greenhouse all winter. Okay, the dwarf macadamia, fine. The dwarf longan, fine. They're a piece of cake. Okay. Looks like we lost the Sawo Manila Sapodia. Yep, let's see if he's got any life in him. Oh, the rootstock is alive. Oh, wow, the graft is alive too. Well, what do you know? He's not dead at all. He's just playing dead. Are you playing dead? Huh? On every limb, he's playing dead. Look at him. Does he look alive or dead to you? He's fully alive. Little trickster. And Canistel. You saw these at Tropical Fruit World, how good they were. He's playing dead too. Let's see. Canistel's he's alive. The rootstock is alive, but I think we lost the graft, the grey variety, that is. Yep, we've lost the graft. Oh well. Who's that guy over there? Soursop giant. Yeah, we lost him. No need to even look. Who's that? Another Canistel, the Aurea. Let's see if he's alive. Nope, dead graft, and the rootstock survive. Yep, the rootstocks are fine. Canistel seedlings work here, but I lost one because I put him there in the ground last winter and I didn't protect him. Or did I protect him? I can't remember, and he didn't survive, a seedling. So this time I'm gonna, actually I've got 2 other Canistels, I'll show you later, that were in the other greenhouse, and they just made it. This one here is the Brazilian Cherry, Black Beauty. It's still slowly waking up, very slowly. Then we've got another starfruit in a pot, the Arkan. He's doing fine. Another Sapodia, doing very fine. See how different Sapodias do better than others. Another wax jambu, that's doing fine. I think that's the red. That's Lucuma, he's doing fine. Another wax jambu is doing fine. Kwaimuk, doing fine. But surprised to see that the Rollinia, in-ground Rollinia, that I've had for almost 3 years has lost every leaf, except not every leaf. How many are there? Oh, sorry. No, it's got about a dozen leaves at the bottom there. See them? Yeah, a dozen. But it's lost every leaf at the top. Wow. But he's alive, right? It's all green stems up there. So he got a battering in early spring. Okay, what else can I show you? Oh, the worst news of all. I lost the 2, I can't believe this. I lost the 2 Panama berries, or Jamaica cherry. I lost both of them, guys. Can you believe it? They both didn't survive. during our absence in early spring. Yeah, and I looked after them so well in this greenhouse all winter, right? They were barely alive though, as you saw in that previous video. They were barely alive, but they were alive. And now I have to report that they're very dead. So I'm really disappointed. If they don't come back from the roots, that's the last time I'm trying Panama berry at Fruitopia. Sorry guys, this was 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4th attempt, and it just doesn't look like it's gonna happen. All the new bananas I got last summer are doing fine. That's the blue Java, or the ice cream banana, and down there we have the dwarf sort of Cavendish. That's doing fine too. I forget its name right now, but he's fine. So we're done back here. A lot more sugar cane there. It's like 3.5 meters high. It's ready for harvesting. Let's move on. Oh, before we leave, I just wanted to show you the Chompu longan in ground now. It's been in ground for a year and a half, and he's really happy. He's happier than I am. We're both over the moon. Looks like I'll have to cut off this side shoot here. It's not doing anything. Yeah, but the other shoot, it went sideways and it's doing really well. So I'm gonna have to bring him up, straighten him and tie him, and get rid of this main shoot, which didn't do anything. Is that alive or dead? Yeah, it's dead. Yep. Still undecided what I'm gonna do with all this gee, I've got a brain fart now, hang on. Ornamental ginger. It's taken over all this area, right? This is from last summer. Look how big it grew in 1 year. I wish the tropical fruit trees would be so virile. Look at this, it's like a jungle. What the heck's going on here? Guys, why can't the fruit trees do this? Huh? Maybe I should be planting the fruit trees in here. Unreal. This is Kim's favorite plum, the green gauge. I like it too. That's a full-size tree. And that's the damson. That's finished flowering, and the green gauge is starting to flower. Then we've got the macadamia. All those limes we have to pick up. Macadamia's got new growth and it's flowering. You saw that in the previous video, so we're not going to spend much time here. Try not to step on these. There's the flowers that are coming on the macadamia. These are the white flowers, not the pink ones. There's the nuts, right? We haven't had any yet. We've been so busy coming and going. Up there I noticed there's a couple of racks of bananas, a couple of bunches. Looks like one of them we can harvest, the other one we can kiss goodbye. And here's the loquats. A lot of loquats. This is an awesome variety. I don't know what variety it is, but I pinched it from a neighborhood tree. I just got a cutting that was hanging over the fence and put it into a pot like that. It grew 2 meters. Then I put it in here, and 7 years later, we have this seedling, which is 1,000 times better than this seedling. Which they're very small. The ones up there, very small. Whereas these ones are nice and fat, this big. So yeah. All right, guys, let's walk around. Okay, there's the bunch there, which I'm gonna try and salvage. This is Rajapuri. That one there, it's a small bunch, but why not, right? And there is the first Pisan Ceylon. bunch, which didn't do much. I don't think they're gonna mature anymore, so I'll just compost those. Took 3 years for this variety to fruit, and as you can see, they're lanky. So I'm gonna cut both these down and see what these other two do. Yeah. Oh, look at all these volunteer potatoes in the compost bin. Guys, look what happens when I put things in a compost. You got I think that's an avocado. Yep, that's an avocado growing in the compost. A lily, potato, a lot of potato. Yeah, so the soil here is very good. Things grow on their own, as you can see. Okay, this is the Ortega white Sapodi. So this has just gone ballistic with flowers. This is meant to be one of the best pollinators. That's why I got it. But the fruit is small. They're only like a billiard ball size, right? That's as big as they've gotten on this tree anyway. But they're delicious. This is the Preston Prolific Fig, which in 10 years has not grown over the fence. Can you believe it? 10-year-old fig tree, and it's stuck at 2 meters. Go and figure that out. This is a Tamarillo that I planted at the beginning of this year. Look how much it grew in 8 months. From this much. It was this small when I put it in the ground at the beginning of 22. And now we're in October, and it's halfway up the fence. And look how bushy it is. Oh my God. Does Tamarillo grow well here? What do you guys reckon? Huh? Sure does. I might have to split it. It's coming in 1, 2, 3, 4 directions. It's all over the place. Anyway, this was my backup, because the other one I planted here 3 years ago, it's sort of grown too tall. It's over 3 meters and I can't reach the fruit. So the possums eat the fruit, unless the fruit is hanging down here low in this branch. And there was one fruit left before we departed, and looks like the possums got the very last Tamarillo. See how big it is? It's over 3 meters. Yeah. So that's the backup. That's the backup, guys. That little fella there. And then we have a wild plum. I don't know which one this is. I got it from the street. I picked a fruit from the street as we were walking, and I put it into a little pot. And now that little pot is this tree here, which gives the first fruit of any stone fruit in at the end of spring. So at the end of November, all these are ready, these plums. And guess what? It's the only stone fruit I have that the birds don't eat. They don't touch it. Can anyone explain that? Why? They massacre every other plum tree. Prickly pear. Okay, let's go to the other side of the back. Got a lot going here. How much? What are we up to? 49 minutes. Oh my God, I'm only halfway. Guys, we're gonna have to do 2 parts again. What's all this now? Oh, these are the backup American pawpaws that I got last year. They're waking up. One. Where's the other one? I got 2 of them somewhere. Yeah, he's in there somewhere. Oh, this is the rose apple that I'm gonna put in the ground if I can find somewhere. He's coming along nicely. A lot of what's all this? Canistel. Yeah, these are the Canistel backups I got last summer and put in the greenhouse, but did not survive. Let's see. These are seedlings. Oh, that one's alive. Wow. And what about you? Oh, they're both alive. Oh, cool. So they got massacred. And what about you? What are you? Madrono. Okay, and that one, Matisia. Matisia didn't survive. I'm going to try again with Matisia. And then we got one of two Aracha Boy. Aracha Boy survives, no problem. And over here, Ambarella. Don't know if he survived. He doesn't like being watered. They hate wet feet. Okay, this Ambarella. Oh, he's alive. Just alive. Where is he? There. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all these guys. There's too many little odds and ends. Another little star fruit there that's alive. A few more jabos there that are alive. The Sue Bell, more than alive. She's doing extraordinarily well. Sue Bell is probably a good choice for Melbourne. It seems to be crazy. A little one here that's doing well, that's the Cedar Bay Cherry, just a little tiny guy there. And the ricotta, whatever it's called, pepper. Oh, there's the other green Sapodi I was talking about. Look at it. Huh? How's that for a flash? It's rocking it. And the sandpaper fig there that needs desperately to go in the ground. It's had enough of that big pot. There should be a couple of Rolinias here too that I got as backups. That's a star apple that's dead. Purple mangosteen that's dead. I see another Madrono there. That's alive. Yeah, okay. Let's move on. What's this one? Oh, this is a seedling Cherry Moya. That's coming back to life. It was originally a Maruchidor, not Cherry Moya, Custard Apple. Originally a Maruchidor, gold, but the graft died. Right here, as you can see. There's the graft. And there's the death. And guess who took off? The middle rootstock. Okay, and then we got the big so-called Dwarf Mulberry that's going crazy. This is the Chico Jujube that's waking up. Dragon fruits there, the pearl dragon fruit, another longan there. This is the cherry of the Rio Grande. It lost half its leaves, unprotected in winter. I don't see, oh yes I do, there's signs of new life. Good. So that's coming back. Good. Thai guava is coming back. This bacon is not very happy, but we've already got one in the ground. A couple of Peruvian apples. The Jumbulan is ready to do business this summer, right? Not only did he survive winter, he loved winter. He's just like, he's in the same category as the Loquat and the avocado. So winter lover, cold weather lover. Another black Sapodi here that survived. That's the Berniker. Oh, I see new growth on the Jumbulan. Here you go. The first signs. There it is. The first sign of the new season. Good morning. Welcome back from dormancy. Well, he wasn't dormant, but all right. And this is the Thai guava. I think, yep. Is that right? Yep. He's waking up. And a few seedlings here. We've got Wampy and Kurumichama. Okay, the pomelo. There's the green Sapodi again. I get a better angle of it. Oh, the sun doesn't want to play. Okay, there you are. All right. Okay, so let's go and have a look at the lychee over there and the custard apple. This is my 12-year-old small leaf jabuticaba. No signs of any flowering yet. I should give him some of his preferred fertilizer, which I didn't do. The azalea camellia mix. The pink guava is still holding onto fruit. Let's try this. Hey guys, now is when they're sweet. All winter these are very sour because it's not warm enough. Now that we're very close to 20 Celsius on a daily level, they sweeten up in October especially. Oh yeah. Sweet, finally. It's a combination of sweet and tart, whereas in winter it's only tart. There's no sweetness in Melbourne. And there's over 50, maybe 100 throughout the tree still, even after 200 fell on the ground since June. Wow, that was good. Could have another one. Yummy. Okay. Lychee. This is the Bosworth B3. Unlike tropical fruit world, where theirs were in full bloom, all we get in Melbourne is that. See that? And that. So we're about 3 months behind. Yep. So guys, that's all we have to report. But by the end of October, you should have new growth on every point. So another month. This is the third kohala, longan. These didn't do anything. And then the African Pride, Atemoya Custard Apple. Let's see if he's got any growth. Nope. No new action yet. Oh, he's only been in the ground 9 months. I planted him in summer. That's where the lamb has was. Remember the lamb has that I showed you at the beginning of the video? Yeah, I put a custard apple there instead. Okay guys, where are we up to? 58 minutes. We're gonna have to call it end here, because we're gonna go and do the front now in the part 2. This is the pomelo, and it's still pretty crowded here. And there's also the flowers for next year. All right guys, hope you enjoyed the video. We're back. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hope you are doing great, enjoying spring. Wow, there's so much more coming up. Catch you from part 2. Don't forget to subscribe guys. Bye bye now. Oh, I'm so excited to be home. Yay!